Today, we'll explore the power of sentiment analysis, an AI tool that helps leaders and policymakers understand public opinion. We'll cover what it is, its practical applications, real-life examples, and a step-by-step workflow. By the end, you'll see how sentiment analysis transforms raw data into actionable insights for better governance. What is sentiment analysis? Let's begin with the basics. Sentiment analysis is a way for AI to determine if a piece of text, like a tweet, comment, or news article, expresses a positive, negative, or neutral opinion. Think of it as a computer reading public emotions. For example, a tweet saying, "This policy is amazing," would be flagged as positive. On the other hand, "This is a disaster," would be labeled as negative. This technology helps us analyze large amounts of feedback quickly and understand the public's feelings about policies or events. Real-life examples? Now, let's see how sentiment analysis is used in real-world political scenarios. Monitoring public opinion during elections. During the 2020 US presidential election, campaigns used sentiment analysis on Twitter to track public opinions about candidates in real time. This helped them adjust their strategies based on feedback. Assessing public sentiment on policies. When India implemented demonetization in 2016, sentiment analysis helped officials understand public reactions, ranging from support for anti-corruption efforts to frustration with logistical challenges. Crisis management during COVID-19. Governments analyzed social media sentiment about lockdown measures and vaccinations to identify public concerns and misinformation, helping them adjust communication strategies. Improving public services. In the UK, sentiment analysis of citizen feedback on the NHS highlighted areas needing service improvements. International relations. The European Union analysed social media discussions about Brexit to understand how citizens across countries felt, guiding diplomatic strategies. Practical applications for policymakers. So, how can you use sentiment analysis? Here are 3 practical ways. Tracking public opinion on policies. For example, after launching a new transportation policy, you can monitor social media posts to see if citizens are satisfied or facing challenges. Improving public communication. If an economic reform announcement triggers confusion or negative sentiment, you can adjust your messaging to address concerns and clarify benefits. Crisis management. During a natural disaster, sentiment analysis can identify areas where citizens feel most dissatisfied with relief efforts, allowing you to focus resources effectively. Why is sentiment analysis useful? Why is sentiment analysis so valuable? It saves time by processing large amounts of feedback quickly. It provides actionable insights, enabling leaders to make data-driven decisions. It helps policymakers respond effectively to public concerns, especially during crises. Challenges to keep in mind. Before we wrap up, let's address some challenges. Sarcasm. AI might struggle to interpret comments like, "Oh great, more taxes." Bias. If the training data is biased, results can be skewed. Language and culture. Emotional expressions vary across languages, making analysis more complex. Step-by-step workflow of sentiment analysis. Now, let's break down how sentiment analysis works in practice. Data collection. Gather text data from sources like social media, surveys, or news articles. Example, collect 10,000 tweets mentioning climate policies over a week. Data pre-processing. Clean the data to make it usable by removing hashtags, URLs, and stop words like the or is. Example, a tweet like, "I hate the new climate policy." Check this, http://example.com becomes, "I hate the new climate policy." Sentiment analysis model. Feed the clean data into an AI model trained to recognize sentiment. Example, "I love this new policy." Gets flagged as positive, while "this policy is a disaster" is negative. Result aggregation. Combine sentiment scores to get an overall view. Example, out of 10,000 tweets, if 6,000 are positive, 2,500 neutral, and 1,500 negative, the overall sentiment is 60% positive. Visualization. Display the results in easy-to-understand formats like graphs or dashboards. Example: a pie chart shows the percentage of positive, neutral, and negative tweets, while a timeline graph tracks sentiment changes over time. Actionable insights. Use the insights to make informed decisions. Example: if negative sentiment spikes on day 3 after a policy announcement, investigate why, maybe misinformation, and release clarifications. Conclusion. In conclusion, sentiment analysis is a powerful tool for understanding public opinion, improving communication, and making data-driven decisions. By following this workflow, you can use AI to stay connected with the public and respond effectively to their concerns.